The man who killed a 7-year-old Edmonton girl in 2020 will go to jail. The judge rejected the argument that he should be held not criminally responsible because his psychosis was cannabis-induced. David Michael Moss guilty of second-degree murder, and a warning: the details of this case are disturbing. Court reminded, immediately following his arrest for the death of Bella Rose Desrosiers in her Millwoods home, May 18, 2020, Moss told officers there was a murder and he liked it.
Right?
Later, in an interview with Edmonton police, Moss claimed he was having a spiritual awakening, hearing the voice of the devil, and needed to act out the fears of the girl's dead father.
I didn't want to do it either, right? Of course I didn't want to do this.
The judge agreed with Crown prosecutors that Moss's own words showed he understood that taking the pair of scissors to the young girl's neck would result in harm and likely death, and that it was morally wrong. That means the violent act was murder, not the lesser charge of manslaughter. The young girl's mother was a longtime acquaintance of Moss. Melissa Desrosiers had lost her husband to suicide the year before. She stepped in to help Moss, who is a father of 4, not wanting the same for another family. As the verdict was read, Moss looked down, largely avoiding eye contact with his family and the family of his young victim. The judge agreed with medical teams finding that Moss's psychosis was likely the result of his cannabis use. Under the rule of law, that means his actions stemmed from self-induced intoxication and not mental illness. Moss had increased his consumption in the early months of the pandemic with the stress of losing his tattoo shop. He began to feel paranoid in the days before the killing. But this wasn't Moss's only potential diagnosis. A forensic psychologist for the defense pointed to Moss's belief in conspiracy theories as examples of previous psychosis, saying he thought he was in a hologram or video game, and it was all due to a 2004 brain injury. But the judge finding the timelines for that don't match the scientific literature, siding with the majority of medical experts who testified. No date has been set for sentencing. From the Edmonton Law Courts, Carly Robinson, City News.